The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, expects to arrange a boycott of a huge number of free writers, bloggers, and internet-based life influencers, keeping in mind the end goal to keep an eye on them. As indicated by a DHS declaration, once a compelling individual has been distinguished, the organization will gather any data that could be applicable about them. TheAmericandDream.com reports, so on the off chance that you have a site, an imperative blog, or you are simply extremely dynamic via web-based networking media, the Department of Homeland Security will put you on a rundown and will begin gathering data about you. The DHS has officially declared that it will enlist a contractual worker to help in checking media scope, and they will require a lot of assistance since it will be a difficult task. As a major aspect of its media checking, the DHS tries to track in excess of 290,000 worldwide news sources and in addition online life in more than 100 dialects, including Arabic, Chinese, and Russian, for moment interpretation into English. The effective contracting organization will have day in and day out access to a secret word-ensured, media influencer database, including columnists, editors, journalists, internet-based life influencers, bloggers and so forth, so as to distinguish any media scope identified with the Department of Homeland Security or a specific event. Any and all media scope, as you may envision, is very expansive and incorporates on the web, print, communicate, link, radio, exchange and industry distributions, nearby sources, national, worldwide outlets, customary news sources, and online networking. On the off chance that this sounds to a great degree frightening to you, that is on account of it is to a great degree dreadful. I run a few noticeable sites including the most important news and the economic collapse blog, thus no ifs ands or buts I will be on this rundown. Furthermore, on the off chance that I was only a name on a rundown in some database someplace, that would be sufficiently terrible. However, rather it sounds like the DHS will gather any data that could be pertinent about every one of us. As Gizmodo noticed, the DHS unclearness is likewise a worry. It leaves itself an opening for gathering whatever other data that could be significant about these influencers, and there's no clue concerning what that could be. Is it entirely useful data like work accounts, or delicate information that could be mishandled? In any case, the database could be troublesome for bloggers and online networking stars who aren't more often than not under such close government examination. This is one reason why I needed to get to Washington. This sort of Orwellian observing of our opportunities is pointless, it is a gigantic misuse of citizen dollars, and it disregards our most essential flexibilities. So for what reason does the Department of Homeland Security need to do this? The clarification that they are giving people in general is to a great degree weak. The accompanying originates from Forbes. DHS says the NPPD/House, National Protection and Programs Directorate, Office of the Undersecretary, has a basic need to consolidate these capacities into their projects with a specific end goal to better achieve federal, state, nearby, ancestral and private accomplices. Who realizes what that implies? Yet the report likewise expresses the NPPD's central goal is to ensure and improve the versatility of the country's physical and cyber infrastructure. In any case, we shouldn't make inquiries about government projects, for example, this. Truth be told, only a couple of days prior a Department of Homeland Security agent expressed that those that are scrutinizing this program are tinfoil cap-wearing, dark helicopter intrigue scholars. On the off chance that you get yourself doubtful of this proposition of mass state observing of the press, see yourself as a bona fide individual from the tinfoil cap-wearing, dark helicopter scheme scholars, DHS Delegate Tyler Holton said Friday. It's all exceptionally normal, he contended, giving the venture a role as an honest method for observing current occasions. Just quiet down and let us do this, wackos. That sort of reaction should make every one of us exceptionally furious. On the off chance that the legislature will screen us and put our data in a database, we ought to have the privilege to make inquiries. The right to speak freely is one of our most foundational rights, and numerous are worried that checking and following are starting advances that could prompt a critical crackdown on internet action. Simply look at what is going to occur over in Europe. The internet has made it workable for customary individuals to speak with each other on a gigantic scale, and any endeavors by national governments to meddle with that must be significantly stood up to. Shockingly, it creates the impression this new Department of Homeland Security program is pushing forward quickly. Indeed, it is being accounted for that 7 unique organizations have officially communicated enthusiasm in taking an interest. 7 organizations, predominantly minority or ladies-possessed private companies, have officially communicated enthusiasm for turning into a merchant for the agreement, as per the FedBizOps site. Everything necessary for malevolence to thrive is for good men to be nothing. If you don't mind, spread word about this dreadful new reconnaissance program to everybody that you know, since what they are doing isn't right.